everybody, and welcome to this very special TFNation 2025 special vlog. This is indeed part 1 of 2 because I took more footage than I thought I did. Stay tuned, part 2 will be coming very soon. If you watch the very end of the video, there will be a title card, end credit card, and you will be able to check out part 2. Hope you enjoy. We are on the coach. We have set off. We are on the way. Sam is literally right behind me.
Greetings everybody. I'm personally here today, A, to go to TFNation, and B, to comment on John's soft head. Just quite bald and soft and round. Poor John.
Easy there, Sam. It sounds like you're coming on to John there. Hello, you insouciant long pigs. It is me, Sam of SG1, guest starring in John's video.
Yes.
Of TFNoldy. Is it TFNoldy?
Yes.
Yeah. All these years I've still done it.
Yes, we are officially on the way to TFNation. I can't quite believe it is here again, but it is. So the pilgrimage to Birmingham is currently on the way, and yeah, so we should be arriving in Birmingham for around about 2:30, 3ish, give or take. We was originally going to be meeting Lawrence at Digbeth coach station, but that's a change of plan. Apparently Lawrence is getting into Birmingham very early before us, so he's going to make his way to the Moxie Hotel on his own. So we're going to meet him at the hotel. So we're just going to get straight into Birmingham, straight in a taxi, and get to NEC, to the Hilton. Well, you know what I mean, get to the NEC or whatever, because obviously we're not staying at the Hilton this time, we're actually at the Moxie, so we're going to get dropped off at the Hilton and then just make a beeline to the Moxie. It's just easier. But yes, we're on the way. I've just noticed a very unfortunate announcement that Scott McNeil has had to cancel his appearance on medical grounds. Apparently, he's been advised by medical professionals to not travel, and he hasn't checked in for his flight this morning. Apparently, so if no Scott McNeil, I'm a little bit upset because I was really looking forward to meeting him after all these years, but it's one of them. It can't be helped. Yeah, that's a bummer, but still, Neil, Sophia Miles, and the guy from Transformers 1, Jazz, is still going to be in attendance, so it's still going to be a good time nonetheless. We are on
Oh,
in the taxi, making our way to the Hilton now.
Like 10 minutes ago about them.
What the traffic?
I know, I read about that.
We're finally in Birmingham, boys.
Our
You alright there, Lawrence?
Yeah, you're alright. How are you, John?
Not bad, not bad. Are you looking forward to the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Sam?
Yeah.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am.
You look a bit tired there, man. Tony,
Hello.
do I even have to ask the question? How are you looking forward to it?
No, just gonna shit. Of course, mate. Of course. It's a silly question. Of course. I've been buzzing. I've known everybody at home for the last month. Going, TFNation. You know, and everybody on laps. I'm a bit Kev as bad as goes, oh, I hear it's TFNation soon, like in 20 sleeps or whatever it was. And I went, yeah. And I put my timer on. I went, it's 18 now. At the time when he asked me, he goes, you never mentioned it. I went, really? Right. Put it on Facebook, right? All I've done is bad.
Hello everybody, we are finally in Birmingham. There's the boys. And we are at, if you can see it, up there we go, the Moxie. The first time staying at the Moxie, so I will show the room out, see what the room's like, what the amenities are, what this hotel has to offer compared to the Hilton, which is probably exactly the same as the hotel, but cheaper.
Well, I think cheaper. I think X out about what? Was it 100 quid cheaper or something? 200 quid cheaper.
400 for two people, still cheaper. I think we said about 50 quid each.
Yeah,
Well, it's roughly about similar pricing to with a discount rate on
yeah, more or less.
convention. So we have saved about 50 quid, I think, each for the room, which it's still 50 quid. But yeah, so we are here at the NEC. The NEC is right there, just in case people didn't know. There's Lawrence. We are here, so we're going to get checked in. I'm going to show the room out, see what the room's like. I'm intrigued about this hotel. I've passed it many times. Well, it's 2 years, it's only 2 years old. But I've passed it a couple of times and always considered it as an option to stay at. So let's do it. Hello. Finally at the Moxie. This is the room. This is a door. Anyway, so we are at the Moxie. Sam's had to go back down because there's a new guy on the check-in desk. I don't think he's not. We're having a problem with access door key cards. It seems to be a thing with hotels in this area because I had that problem at the Hilton last year. But hopefully we'll get it rectified. There's only 2 of us in this room, so it's simple to fix. Anyway, so we are, as you can see, this is a very interesting decor. It's a very small, compact room, but I have been told they are compact rooms compared to the Hilton. But it doesn't matter. It's a place to put your head down. It's a place to de-stress, to sleep. That is the whole function of this room. So it doesn't matter about, oh, it actually has climate control. I will be using that eventually. But yeah, so let's have a look-see. It is a very interesting room. I have no idea what the hell that is. If anybody knows, please tell me. I don't know what the hell that is. But we had tea and coffee. Let me show you. So we have 2 beds, 2 single beds, which is a good thing. But I just have noticed they are pretty thin beds, so I will not be surprised if tomorrow I am between the beds or on this side, like Humpty Dumpty kind of thing. Yeah, but anyway, so these are the beds. There's the TV. It's a nice size telly for a hotel room. Has all the amenities. It has all the plugs and stuff, which is good. A mirror. I don't really want to break it, so I'm not going to be using that very much. And then obviously we have this weird grid system. They don't even have wardrobes. Well, not in this room anyway. So it's literally just a hanging post with the coat hangers on. And then you've got this where you can maybe hang your coat on, like pegs and stuff, which is actually a good idea, I think. So yeah, then obviously I don't need a wardrobe anyway, because I usually just operate through everything through the bag. I take out what I need every day. Job's a good one, so I don't see the point of unpacking. But it is a nice room. Let me just step over here. But yeah, as you can see as well, or tell, it is really quiet. They've actually got good glass in this. You can't hear anything, because that is the NEC over there, people. That is Birmingham NEC. If you needed confirmation, I can't find the heading, but that is definitely the NEC. But goes on to the international airport. So yeah, we are literally right on where people are walking to and from, and yeah, we are literally. You can't hear an absolute peep, which is actually really, really good. So there's no noise issues. It's good to know. But yeah, so this is the decor. Got like mood lighting going on here, which is cool. Yeah, it's a nice room. It is compact, but it's functional. And then we come into the toilet. I'm not going to have a problem getting a shower because it's big enough, but this is quite compact, the bathroom. It's just a small little cupboard area space. Toilet, of course. Then you got this, a couple of glasses, mirror, towel rack, and then the shower.
Where's your key, mate?
I took it with you.
No. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Right, yeah. Yeah, you hold that. That works.
Just noticed Sam has finally arrived. The card key situation is now fixed. We are finally in the room, Sam. First impressions, what do you think?
It is very nice. Very nice hotel. Look downstairs. Very kind of modern. Wait, look at this. You get water.
Yep.
You know, you don't normally get water. You just get tea and coffee, but we've got water. We've got little biscuits. We've got the same kettle that's in every hotel. It doesn't matter.
I've asked the people the question. What that?
It might be something to put in stuff in. I don't know. Maybe you put stuff in it. Who knows? Over here we have a pocket thing. This is probably a hairdryer in there.
This is where you hang yourself.
That is a very suggestive picture, by the way. But you know,
that is actually
a proper fan. Look at that. It's a tower fan. Nice.
We've actually got air conditioning there. We've actually got something that might actually function. The Hilton doesn't work. And it works!
It actually works, yeah. I feel that. It actually works. Yeah, the Hilton
I'm happy that works. But yeah, so this is the Moxie. But this, first impressions, I'm actually quite intrigued by it. It's a nice, airy one. I've just noticed it is very quiet, which is good, so we're not going to get disturbed by planes and stuff. Because obviously...
I bought Britannia. The Ponycon is basically at TFNation.
Ponycon is making waves.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. So this is the room at the Moxie. Like Sam said, the decor in the lobby area is interesting. I will say one thing that could possibly become a problem. I don't know if it will, but putting the check-in desk and the bar together is probably not a good idea, but it is a pretty small space, so they had no choice, I guess. It is a pretty compact. The way that it's done is very modular.
Cheers, man. I'm having a Pepsi. We're out of Pepsi.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, so like I said, is that it's very chilled, and it's like everything's modular. Everything's, you know what I mean? It's precise, and the way it's all, the measurements and all that kind of jazz. It's all precise. But yeah, so it's a nice hotel room. It's functional. It does what it says on the tin. It's just a hotel room. It's a place to put your head down on night. Yeah, it's a nice one. But like I said, the decor in the check-in lobby area, I will be doing a video for, because it's very neon. There's like music centric. Apparently there's live music being, apparently some guy who was just saw a guy that's here for TFNation who was staying here as well. There's a band playing, so there's live music here. I didn't know they did live music, Sam, but apparently...
Karaoke, mate.
No, there's a live band playing today.
Is there?
There's no karaoke planned, it's just a band playing.
Oh, right.
So apparently there's karaoke as well if you're into karaoke. There is also... obviously, like I just said, there was a live band that was booked for playing today as well. So that's interesting. That's something that Hilton doesn't do, unless it's an actual event going through them. But yeah, that's it. We are finally checked in. We're going to chill out for a couple of minutes, because that air conditioning is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm going to take this off, this hoodie, and then we're going to mosey on down back to the Hilton, and then we're going to meet everybody that's arriving, have a few drinks, have a good time, have a laugh, and yeah. What's in Pray Tell is that? Do you want to tell the people what that is?
That is a nano backpack.
What the hell's a nano backpack?
It's a small backpack that goes into a little bag, and you know it's useful if you need to.
Then why don't you just use a bag, an actual like bag, you know?
Yeah, but then it leaves your hands free.
It looks like one of them baby holders. It literally looks like
a baby in there.
Are you sure? I really don't know what to say about that, lad. It seems like a very Japanese concept.
It is the Japanese.
Okay, that makes sense now then.
Japanese company make them.
Right. Okay.
It's just useful.
You look like a mother to be. It looks like he's a mother to be. He's expecting. Look at the size. How far along are you, love? Jesus Christ! My God, I was just saying that just screams Japanese.
It is. It's a Japanese company that makes these little nano backpack.
I've never heard of that. I know you can get small little fanny pack things that go over it, like what I call a fanny pack. But you can get like they kind of go along here. They're like kind of like a mini thing. They're more meant for like your wallet and stuff like that. It's just like a, you know. I never knew about that. That is the first for me. Hello everybody. So I have just seen Mr. Raymond T, my good friend Raymond. Thank you so much, sir. He sent me all the Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Neo, and also another series that I can't remember the name. Oh, Transformers Go, because I've never seen it. So yeah, so that's 3 series that he kindly sent me. Also, he kindly said to me, if you buy me a Coke, you can have whatever's in this box. I was like, okay. So I had a look at the box, and there was like Hot Wheels Bumblebee, there's a Funko Pop Laserbeak, there's a Funko Pop Soundwave, there's all a Hot Wheels Optimus, there's all sorts of stuff in this box, like a shoebox. And I was like, really? And they went, yeah, honestly. And so I went to the bar, bought him a Coke, come back, and he said, you can have whatever's in this box. And I was like, sweet, if that's alright with you. And I literally got myself the Soundwave, the Pop Vinyl Soundwave. So I have a Pop Vinyl Soundwave because I love Soundwave. So I just want to say a shout out in the vlog. Thank you very much indeed to Raymond for the kind gesture. Obviously, you know, that's fantastic. And also thank you very much for the series he sent me. Everybody in the area ain't messing with the herd. Here we find a wild Sam in his confused state.
Yeah, gimbal thing. Trying to get the gimbal thing rotated right, and it's upside down again.
Just see the wheels turning. Just imagine a hamster in its wheel as it turns and it runs.
Yeah, that's true. There we go.
So you're finally woken up now?
Yes.
Was you having a bit of trouble getting it up?
Backwards now, so.
Was you having a bit of trouble getting it up?
That's bad.
I mean, it happens to quite a lot of men, Sam, having performance issues. So they say. Hello everybody, morning. It is Friday. I'm currently at the Moxie, just getting the lift here. Been to registration, got my wristbands. Yes, they're trialling a new bio-friendly sort of wristband. Basically, if you've ever been to TFNation in the past and you know about the wristbands that they do for ClubCon, which are more like a paper type one. So it's similar kind of material they're using. They're trialling it this year, see how it goes. So far I've almost lost my Friday wristband twice. And I keep having to double check them because they keep unpeeling from the sticker tabs. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, but like I say, it's a trial and error kind of thing. Yeah, I miss having the passes. I understand why they've gone away from passes, but yeah, it's just I preferred the passes personally. But anyway, I've got them on. I just got to keep an eye on them throughout the weekend. Try not to get them too wet either, because they do like to get a bit messed up sometimes when you get them when you're trying to have a shower or something. We'll see how they go. But yes, so yeah, I'm going to head on back to the Hilton now. The Friday panels start from 11 o'clock this morning. I think I'm going to go to the panel that's at 11 o'clock. And I'm going to go to John Paul Beauvais' panel. And then there's a couple of things later on tonight I'm going to go to. And I will bring you along for the ride as well. And then more shenanigans in the bar later, because it's the Transformers 1 screening tonight as well. But I'm not going to that. I haven't bought a ticket, so I'm going to have a bit more of a free evening. So yeah, it's just going to be a bit more of a chilled out. A lot more people coming today as well. Well, yeah, so make my way back to the Hilton and meet everybody and see what's what, and then yeah, excuse me, but yeah, see how things go today. That is the thing.
flipping between the 2 points. So what I'm trying to do is give shape, and again, yellowish creatures, brown background. So you do things that it's actually quite hard to see in this particular image with the lights on, but this kind of black has been, I put a little bit of haze on it to make things pop. And then, again, green, what did green mean? There you go. I think there were some wrong answers in there as well, but I'm just going to agree with all of you because it's internet rules. As long as you believe it, it's true. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the scenes that I did for issue 0, which have a lot of things, but I wanted to show you something that only Simon Furman has ever seen. And he, like me, is a giant child. I did 2 versions of this, and I was like, there's one where his eyes are glowing a bit, because he's waking up. And then there's this one. And Simon Furman said, I've just spent the last 5 minutes doing this. I've still got 4 minutes and 38 to go of this, guys. But as you can see, it tells a different story depending on which one you choose, and there's consequences depending on which you choose. Is he literally about to wake up this second, or is he stirring, which is more dramatic? I think we went for this one from memory. But again, it's choices. You make choices with the colours, and that impacts how you perceive it as a story.
Careful. What was that? Right. So, I think it's probably time to give you a little bit of backstory. Not enough to hurt you or anything like that. How many people were here in Reading of last year who went to the Minicon in Reading? Okay. So, brief history was that in the early 2000s, there was a company called Dreamwave that produced a Transformers comic book. Do we have anybody in the room who is younger than 20 years old? Yes, okay. This is a story from before you were born. So, in the early 2000s, Transformers really hadn't been a going concern in comic books for almost a decade, in fact a little bit longer, with any severe popularity. And in the early 2000s, a company comes along called Dreamwave, and it becomes a massive success in terms of the comic book sales numbers of the day. It lasts about 2 and a bit years before it goes bankrupt. All right, and at Reading last year, we realised that it was the 20th anniversary of the last issue coming out. Now, what's interesting about Dreamwave is that because it went out of business over Christmas, while everybody was waiting on the next issue, it meant that there was an awful lot of work that just never came out. It never materialised, but it did exist. And so I thought, because I am one of these maniacs who likes Dreamwave.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Support groups are available.
I thought it would be interesting to talk a little bit about the history of it, because it is something that people aren't necessarily familiar with. It lives very much in the shadow of IDW, which came along and held the license for 17 years. It's a mouthful every time I say it. Okay, so if I just say Age of Wrath, you know what I'm talking about. Number 4. Again, a bunch of artwork has been released. Some of this is just in black and white. This is issue 11, page 1, and this is actually issue 12. Part of the reason that IDW went bankrupt was because they were terrible at keeping the deadlines. And the reason that we have 11 and 12 is because fill-in artists would often be brought in to try and get the book back on track. So this is drawn by Don Figueroa, and this one, issue 12, is drawn by Guido Guidi. So again, just a little bit of backstory for you. So, Mr. Turnbull, do you want to sort of explain to people what these images are and sort of how we started with this?
Yeah, so when Dave came to me with the idea of, can we, after having sourced it, we've got most of issue 4, can we release it? And I was like, yes. Then the first thing he said was, can we print it? And I had to explain to David in great detail that the image zoom in CSI is a blatant lie. You can't just magically zoom it and make it good. So you're looking at what you have is what you can deal with. You can maybe make it slightly bigger, but you run the risk of making it unreadable. So this is the original pencils from Joe Now for issue 1. That is the lettering guide that Simon Furman did. Now, Simon, as an old school professional, back in the day, writers would often, when they got art, then provide lettering guides which would be passed on to the letter to either follow or disregard. Now, this page is there was some lettered because there were 4 or 5 pages available lettered, and Dave said, here's what we've got, can you do the rest?
So we're obviously Typhoon, and we're going to take kind of a bit of a journey through the last, God knows how many years, 16 years, and we're going to hopefully have some fun stories. There'll be some emotional stories, and I hope you'll really enjoy yourselves and learn more about what we do. So, without any further ado, the easiest way to start this is me and Nick have debated this long and hard, and the number one question we always get asked is why Mary's Meals. And the only way we can do this justice is for Nick to read a prepared statement.
I just didn't want to forget anything.
Yeah, and his solicitors advised this, so it's the best way to go about doing it. And still keep the same similar logo, similar thing, but we've now got massive roller banners that we can pull up, and you know, I'd like to say got more professional.
Yeah, we'd like to.
So Nick, tell me, what is this?
This was my first wacky scheme for getting £5,000 worth of eBay winnings down to Birmingham. I went on Shipley, which is like a shipping website where you can contract a guy in a van to come and pick up your stuff. And my dad helped me put that together. He found a pallet from one of his mates who owned a shop. I borrowed pallet wrap from my day job, and we wrapped it all up. And we gave the driver a sign-in sheet to say, right, will you take this down to Birmingham? I'll meet you, and I will sign this to verify that I've collected it. And the driver drove down to Birmingham, got to the Holiday Inn, and gave it to the first person he saw, and then left. And it's only by sheer good fortune that it was a member of Auto Assembly staff who recognised it and went, wait, I know that guy, that's one of the dealers. And they brought it up to the deal room, and I walked in and went, oh, all my stuff's already here, that's great. So, yeah, there were 4 or 5 ways the first year could have gone incredibly wrong, but somehow we managed to squeeze through them all.
The old-fashioned pricing guns, I'm sure young people won't remember them, show our age, where you have a little dial and you change the thing, and you press the button and it would print you a price out, and you put that on the toy. And we're efficient now, we're an organisation, we have price tickets. But even that is, to explain how we sort out our price tickets.
Well, we have a massive spreadsheet, I think must have about 6,000 items on it for this year. And we entered like the name of the character, and the range, and the size class, and the price, and what box it's in, usually. And it's mostly right. And then I send that to you, you put it in the software that formats it into a ticket, and then I print it off on a thermal printer, and then I cut them all by hand and stick them on these little tags that we get from Amazon. And then we loop those over the shoulder of the toy, and we do that 6,000 times, and then sit in a corner and have a bit of a cry.
Hello, how's it going? Yes, it is Friday evening, and it is just gone, what the hell is the time? 12:15. Yes, it's just gone 12:15, and I'm making my way back to the Moxie because I'm tired. But yeah, it's been a good day. It's been more chilled out today, as you would have seen. I went to some panels. I actually went to some panels. I missed out on a lot of the panels last year, but happy. But yeah, I'm just gonna head on back. It's another long day tomorrow. So yeah, obviously today was pre-registration, which was the main thing which you saw. I got my wristbands. As you can see, I don't have a wristband on at this moment because Friday's gone. So yeah. But yeah, so it's just been a chilled out day. You know, I've been, even though I spent the day mostly sat down. Compared to yesterday, I was like non-stop. I hardly sat down, except for like really late on. But today, obviously, I actually did make some panels, which I'm very happy about, because I actually made the most of my Friday ticket today. Because last year I missed out on a lot of panels, and I only made about 3 different things throughout the whole weekend, because I was socialising, living the moment, and I just missed out on stuff. But I'm happy because I can't remember exactly how many I went to see. I think I saw about 4 altogether. I saw Toy Foos, yeah, Toy Foos. The podcast one, forgot the name of it now. Yeah, and there was another one. It's about 3 or 4 I've seen today. But yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I made the most of it. I actually did see some panels. But yeah, it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a very busy day tomorrow, because obviously this year, Saturday and Sunday, Saturday of all ticket types are sold out. Last year they had to enforce a cap because of, you know, tickets and for safety. But this year they've actually reached complete capacity for Saturday, tomorrow, or today now, whatever you want to go over with it as. Yeah, full capacity for both Saturday day, Saturday day and also ClubCon. Full capacity. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day. It really is. Luckily for me, I don't have early access. I've never bothered with it, to be honest. So I don't have early access. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally wing it, because I've got nothing in particular I'm looking for this year, to be honest. I'm just going to go by what I see when I get in there. Tomorrow the plan is breakfast, obviously. Go there for breakfast. Try to get to the Hilton for about 8, half 8. Opening ceremony, which is at 9 o'clock. Then obviously early access is around about 9 o'clock-ish. 9, half 9 is when early access is allowed in. And then general access is from about 10 o'clock-ish. So it's like an hour later. But because of the sheer number and magnitude of people this year, it could take longer to process and get everyone through. For safety reasons and all that jazz, you know. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting... it's going to be an interesting day, let's just put it that way. But anyway, so I'm back at the Moxie now. I'm going to head on in, chill out for a couple of minutes, and then get my head down. But yeah, I think that's the jar. I think that's going to be it. But anyway, so I will see you tomorrow, people. And there'll be more, obviously. Tomorrow's the main day. Obviously, Trader Hall's open. All the main panels, like voice actor panels, all the main guests and stuff that are here, except for Scott, of course. But, you know, it all kicks off tomorrow. So I'm going to do at some point this weekend, I'm going to do a dealer room tour. I always do that, irrespective. So there's that I'm going to do. And then obviously I'm going to check out some panels and stuff. So you will see what I get to, you will see. So take care. Hope everyone has a great TFNation. If you see me about, obviously this is after the events. Obviously this is after the events, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm yammering. But take care, people.